Friends, how are you? Igor Pechkowski is here, Windermere Bellevue Commons, your trusted real estate advisor, the Eastside and Seattle metro areas. I have some really good update for you, and we will bombard through quite a few things, so pay attention. Please let us know how we do in the comments, like, subscribe, and let me know what do you think about the market after we share a few things we have to share with you. So today, we'll go over numbers and we'll just go over a couple of the observations, which is I'm in real estate all day long. I talk to clients. I'm out there on open houses. This is what we do. We do real estate, nothing else. And the insights that I have for you hopefully would be helpful and you make your own conclusions. So without any overdue, let's rock and roll. Okay, so first things first, in January 2025, we got a new president in the White House. There were a lot of things happening in our country in the course of the last months, and we will break it down super simple. First things first, money like stability. The last couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, were not too stable. So that influenced higher interest rates. We talked a lot in previous videos about interest rates and their projections for 2025. So the federal interest rate is still went down by quite a bit over the course of last year. There are still projections for this year for Fed to cut a bit more on Fed interest rates, which is great. However, the mortgage rates went up. They used to be in low 6, almost 6%. Now they're back to low 7%, where they were sometime in 23. I can't remember right now. So that is first. How it will influence the market, we'll see. We've been through this a year ago. I don't perceive, too many big changes, but at the same time, when interest rates go up, buyers' affordability go down, you can afford less real estate, it cool off the general appreciation, market acts just normal because real estate is already expensive, the rates are expensive, and it is what it is. But something to account and to remember, verify your pre-approval letters. Make sure that you still qualify if you're looking for real estate. Reach out to us, we'll help you with that because interest rates are over 7%. The thing number one. Thing number two, LA been on fire. Not in a good way. It's been in a literal fire, okay? And what happened is, it made me think, I thought, hey, how would that, the most expensive disaster of the history of United States impact our local market? And as I was thinking, I got a call from the buyer that found me on the internet and reached out from LA area. They do want to move up here and purchase the property here. And their number one reason for moving up here was the disasters that have been happening in California. It's a real thing, you guys. Think about it. I mean, I've got a call already a week later, right? But as a general thing, I do believe that traffic out of California would would be moving up here. In the last 2 to 3 weeks, in the last months, the world had changed. I mean it, and we will see more of that migration up north to Washington, which probably will put more pressure on our existing inventory, which is already really low. And remember, they do have more money in California than we do have here. The homes there were and are more expensive than what they are here. So that's just something to keep in mind, as it's a real thing. I already got one call. It's happening. Next. All right, you guys, and the last thing that I'll just start with, I know we started this video in a little bit different manner. The market is back. It's January, and typically after all of the holidays are over, buyers start to be active. I'm here on the east side. I'm in Bellevue. We just went pending on our listing in Kirkland, in Juanita area over the course of last week. It's a first-time home buyers type of a deal. It was priced well, under $900,000. We had 100 parties through the week, right? We had 50 parties on one open house, 20 on another one, and we had about 30 private showings. It's a lot. It tells me that the market is back from the second half of the year, right? The second half of the year of 2024 are always slower. Every time, second half of the year of any year is slower. And when we go into January and going into the first 5 months of the year, this is the equity gaining months for sellers. This is where things are happening, and based on the activity we had over the last week, that is happening this year as well. Without overdue, this is my long intro. Let's get into numbers. Let's break them down. I'll make it simple for you. All right, let's talk about the Eastside market. Let's look at numbers. We'll make it simple, easy, nice. The median price, 1,545. Pretty much just like it was in previous months. Still appreciation. Remember, we're in January. The January is not over. We always look at numbers from the previous months. So for January itself, it will be our next video in February. Like, these numbers are probably gonna adjust, but still, December as the slowest month of the year, totally. 7% appreciation, $1.5 million, a little over median price. Still back then, 29% of homes sold over asking. This month will be even busier than that. And the inventory, 1.6 months. Not too much of inventory, assuming that inventory will be reduced as more buyers enter the market. I do believe that coming in next month, we're probably gonna go to 1 month of inventory, which is not that much. And the special slide on the east side, talking about what I just said, of that first 5 to 6 months of every year is the equity gaining months. Looking backwards at 21, 22, 23, this is how much market had made, in gains in the first half of the year. 24, 16%, as you see, between January and April. So making a projection for 2025, we're looking into some significant appreciation, even with the rates that we had, because 21, 22, 23, interest rates were over 7%. Like, it didn't happen ages ago. It just happened a few years back. So we still have the same interest rates. They're not lower. We continue to get market appreciation, as you could see on this beautiful special slide I've got for you. Let's move on. All right, let's talk about Seattle. Let's just straight get into Seattle. So Seattle, our numbers, median, again, based on last month's, the slowest months, still appreciation of 6%, with interest rates being high, almost 900K for the median price. Inventory, 1.8 months. Based on the last months, I think that inventory will reduce. Buyers are back. Market is back. 1.8 still seller's market. Seattle always had more inventory than the east side because there are more townhome inventory. Eastside doesn't have that. We talked about it. If you have questions, reach out. So inventory, 1.8 of a month, and even back in December, even now, good homes sell over market price. At 17%, I assume in January when we get the numbers for this month coming in next month, that number will be even higher, probably 25, 30%. It will keep rising. So homes do sell over asking price. And the special slide, going into projections, 21, 22, 23, 24, depend on the year. Like in 2023, as you see, that market still appreciated by a bit. This is when the interest rates were the highest, but even last year, it did 17%. So we project in this first 5 months of the year, the market to hit additional 12% in appreciation, and that price, you see it right there on the screen of what that might look like. All right, thank you for listening. This video will skip on Sammamish County is doing just fine. So thank you. I know it's a lot of information. The market is doing fine. Market is seasonal. We have things outside of our control, like what's happening in California, what happens with interest rates and so on, but market is seasonal. I'll just give you a few things to think about. Typically in March, we always hit the lowest months of inventory. So inventory comes in January, from the January market picks up, inventory goes down in February, and March is the lowest. In other words, March is typically the hottest months for real estate. In June, new listings hit their annual peak, meaning, second half of the year after June, more listings, market slows down a bit. but already prices are higher because, again, these slides that we just showed you, 12% will happen probably by June of projected appreciation on where we stand. September, active inventory levels are at their highest, and the market slows down in the second half of the year. So we'll see what happens. If you're a buyer, reach out. Make sure you qualify. Interest rates are higher. If you're a seller, it's like you have one property to sell. Get it right. Get the right team to sell it. Real estate does not sell for a fixed cost. Every case is different. Every seller is different. Every property is unique. Everything is negotiable. You have to have the right team to help you through that process. Get it right. So please reach out. Let us know how we did. I appreciate you all. Call us with any questions. Share this video with friends. Till the next time. Bye-bye.